So my name is Mary Hansard, and I teach Intro to Engineering Design, which is the beginner class for getting kids interested in problem solving. Because the whole point of engineering is that we're not aiming to create problem solvers, we're aiming to create problem predictors. And that involves critical thinking, analyzing stuff, being able to sketch, document, communicate your ideas. So the whole class is centered around very chunked problems to where they get challenges on how do you think to solve this problem, how do you communicate your idea to others, how do you get along with everybody, and how do you figure out what to do if your solution isn't the best one, the optimal one. We focus a lot on optimizing solutions for cost and for society as a whole, because you want to create value in engineered products. And that's the big thing about engineering is, does what we're working on and spending money on create value? So they learn to 3D model, 3D print, technical sketching, perspective sketching, annotating technical documents to be able to send for manufacturing, the dimensional analysis, the math behind it all, and also how to set group norms, how to get along, how to troubleshoot problems. And then after that, I kick them over to Mrs. Vasberg to get them into mechanical engineering and the specifics.
All right, so after Mrs. Hansard's class first year, you'll come across the hall to my class. I am Mrs. Vasberg. You'll have me for Principles of Engineering, Computer Integrated Manufacturing, and Engineering Design and Development. So your sophomore year, we're going to take a deep dive into a bunch of different types of engineering. So we'll spend some time learning circuits, statics, mechanics, kinematics, and even a little bit of coding. Your junior year, you'll dive into 4 different coding languages. We'll learn how to code robots, we'll learn how to code CNC mill, and robotic arms. Your final capstone year in engineering is Engineering Design and Development, where we take a year-long problem and solve it over the course of the entire year. The problem you get to choose, and you are the designer and the prototype maker for your project. So we have a lot of fun in engineering, and we do a lot of really cool things and learn a lot about engineering.
You should join engineering because it's a lot of fun and learn a lot, and if you like math, and it's really like the place to be, if that makes sense.
Alright, so I love engineering because my freshman year, you kind of get to learn all the basics of it. You get to learn about buildings, you get to learn about math. It's not hard math, I promise you. And then my sophomore year, I actually got to go into robotics. And robotics, we would build robots and go compete with them, and there would be like a goal. So let's say we had to pick up a cone, right? You would design your robot to pick up that cone and then deliver it to a certain area. And then I did that junior year as well, and it was the best time of my life.
I'm in engineering. I'm one of the few girls in the program, and even though there's few girls, it's still really fun. It's not that hard. There is a lot of math, but again, it's really not that hard. The last 2 years that you do, they're really, really fun. I like those classes the most, but the first 2 years are very heavily math-based, but they're still fun. You get to do a lot of stuff, like back there, you can see all the projects we've done. They're really fun. We get to use the 3D printer, the CNC mill, which cuts wood. We get to do a lot of fun stuff, and so you should join.